Hey YouTube, this is Eric with Rod & Country. Thanks for joining me today. Going to be a new discussion today. It's going to be about supporting the police. So stay tuned and I'll be right back with you. We'll get the conversation started. Okay, like I said in the opening there, we're going to do a little discussion about law enforcement and police officers in our nation. But it's not going to be what you think. This video is to talk about a local department that had a tragic accident a couple nights ago. This happened in Chesapeake, Ohio, which is right across the river from where I live. It's in the southern part of Ohio in Lawrence County. To kind of read you the news article here, a Chesapeake police officer is still in the hospital after troopers say he lost control of his cruiser early Sunday morning. According to troopers, Officer Aaron J. Christian, 24, hit a tree, a utility pole, and a guardrail before flipping upside down in a creek embankment just after 2:30 a.m. What had happened, I don't know exactly what happened, and I really don't care, but it kind of give you a gist of what this officer went through. Like it said, he hit a tree, a telephone pole, and a guardrail. The cruiser flipped upside down and burst into flames. Fortunately, and the only way that I can explain it is by the grace of God, he was thrown clear of the cruiser. However, he landed face down into a creek. Officer Christian was unconscious, upside down, face down, into a creek. Fortunately, where the accident happened was right behind a residence. The owners of the residence heard the crash happen, went outside, found the cruiser on fire, of course, called 911, and rushed down to help Officer Christian. They pulled him out of the creek where he was face down and pretty much saved his life. The purpose of this video today is, one, kind of talk about what's going on in the media in this nation with law enforcement. Two, I want to try to drum up a little bit of support for Officer Christian. Officer Christian is a 24-year-old young man who has dedicated his adult life to law enforcement. He's wonderful with kids. He has a young daughter at home that relies on him, and right now he's unable to work. And here's the kicker. Everybody's thinking, well, it's just an officer. Well, the department that he works for, he's the only officer. They've had some administrative issues there and political issues, and the other 3 or 4 officers resigned, and it left just him. He's been trying to work every shift, every patrol that he can to keep his small little village safe. I don't know too many 24-year-olds this day that would dedicate their lives to do something like that. But this one has. So what I'm hoping is, I'm going to put a link down below in my comments, a link to his Gofundme page. I've never came onto YouTube or Facebook or anywhere and asked for support for anything or asked for donations for anything. This time I am, and here's why. We have a climate in this country right now that's been brought upon us by our politicians and our media. Everything, it seems like these days, that officers do wrong, there's a camera on them, and somebody is having a riot or wanting to sue them, even though they're doing nothing but their job. So every day that we turn on the news, there's something negative about law enforcement. And frankly, myself, I'm sick of it. I am tired of it. That is uncalled for. It's not true. And everything that the Black Lives Matter and all these other politicians are saying was brought up upon by lies. Every one of these accidents has happened by these officers. Well, I'm not going to say every one, but a vast majority of them have been false. The officers have been cleared. It was a situation that the officer didn't have any other option to do. So there you go. Well, in this climate, you have police officers out here that really don't even feel like the common public even cares of less if they're even there. But then on the other hand, I see a lot of posts on Facebook saying I support the police. I will help an officer that's in need. Well, here's your chance. I know most of you on YouTube don't live where I live. You guys are all over the nation, and I want to thank every one of you subscribers. Without you guys, I really wouldn't have this channel and wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but I want to thank you guys, and I appreciate you listening to my ranting. But anyway, we have an opportunity right now to show that we actually care. Like I said, down below I want to have a link to his GoFundMe page. $5, $10, $15. This officer has no health insurance. He has nothing but the job that he had. This young man had to buy his own weapon, his own duty belt, all of his equipment, his uniforms, his boots, everything that he had to use to be a police officer, he had to purchase. Because these little villages don't have the funding to purchase all of that. They probably could, but for some reason, beyond me, they don't. They don't even have bulletproof vests. Probably don't even have shotgun or a rifle in the car unless that officer buys it. So the reason of this video and the purpose of this video is let's show some support. If you have a Facebook page, share this GoFundMe. If you're able to, donate $5, $10, $2, whatever you can to me. Like I said again, below, somewhere below, I want to have a link to his GoFundMe. And I want to keep this video short as well. But folks, we have got to change the climate. We have got to change what's going on in this nation. And the first place that you begin is within yourself. I have never came out and done this before. This is the first time, and this may destroy my channel. I don't know, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. I support the police. No ands, buts about it. I support the police. I support the person that's in that uniform. They have a job. They swore an oath, and they go out and they do their job. Now, am I saying all of them are perfect? No. There's good and bad in everything that we do in this nation. There's good and bad in every job that we have. Whether you work in a doctor's office, or you work at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 company, doesn't matter. There's good and bad in all of them. All I'm doing today is I'm trying to help a 24-year-old young man that has tried to keep his small little city safe by himself. And he suffered a tragic accident. Right now he is still in intensive care at a local hospital on a ventilator in a coma. They've done surgery after surgery on him, and he's still fighting. He's still fighting. Last I heard, the ventilator is breathing 50% for him, but he's getting better. Not only did he suffer the accident or the injuries of the crash, he also drowned. He has numerous fractures. He bit half of his tongue off. Numerous facial fractures. He has internal head injuries. He drowned. And he may never be the same. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up and just ask for everyone to pray for him. Pray for him. Pray for his family. And I pray that we can just gather around him and show this young man some support. So I want to say thank you for listening to my little rant and my little begging session here. Like I said, I've never done this before. I usually end with, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. But I want to end this a little bit different. I pray for all you police officers that are out there. I pray for all you firefighters, paramedics, first responders that go into harm's way each and every day. I pray that our nation awakens someday and sees through the things that we've been fed or being fed. I pray that we come together again as one nation. 9/11 was 15 years ago. Man, how we have forgotten. I know that was a horrible tragedy, but during that time, our nation was never stronger. There was no race. There was nothing but Americans. And I long for that day again. So I pray for each and every one of you. I pray for everybody that's in YouTube land, and the men and women of the military, our first responders and everything. God bless each and every one of you. I'm Eric with Rod and Country. We'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.